Welcome to Nagesh Karasgi Orchid School channel. I am Priscilla Asade. I am going to teach you English literature. Students, till now in English literature, how many lessons we have finished? Yes, we have finished 3 lessons and 1 poem. So students, today we are going to start with lesson number 4. So before I start, I will tell you a small story about a woodcutter. Okay, so there was one woodcutter and he was just sitting beside the river, and as he was just sitting beside the river and cutting the trees, his axe fell into the river, and so he was very unhappy. He sat beside the river and then he was just crying, and when the water fairy saw this, she felt very sorry for him. So what water fairy did? She went inside the river and she brought a golden axe to the woodcutter, and she gave to the woodcutter and told that, is this your axe? Woodcutter told, no, this is not my axe. Then again she went and she gave him a silver one. So this time also woodcutter refused and he told that this is also not mine. So the third time she brought one more axe, and this time the woodcutter told, yes, this axe is mine. So at last what the water fairy did? She gave all the 3 axes to the woodcutter, that is the gold, silver and the one which was his. So why, students, tell me, why you think that the water fairy has given all the 3 axes to him? Why she did not give only the axe which was his? Yes, it was only because of the woodcutter's honesty and truthfulness. So the same story is in our today's lesson, that is lesson number 4. So before I start my lesson number 4, I will introduce the story. I will introduce only the half story of the lesson. Okay? So ready? Are you ready, children? Yes. You have to keep the canopy book with you. So shall I start? Yes. So in our today's lesson, there was a king. His name was Vikramaditya. And this king was very famous for his wise judgment. Whenever there was any problem in the village or with the people, he used to solve the problems of people very wisely. See, nowadays we can see that if people have problem, they go to police station, court, and thus they solve the matter or settle it. But before, in ancient times, there was no police station, no courts, nothing was there like this. So they used to go to the king. So in that time, Vikramaditya was very famous for his wise judgment. But after some time, he died. And when he died, wherever he used to stay, that palace and other buildings, all these became a ruin that was destroyed little by little. And after some time, the shepherd people used to take sheep and cows to graze there in that field. So one day what happened, a shepherd boy, he sat on a mound in a field. Mound means we can say that a large pile of stones. The shepherd boy, he sat over on that, and what he saw that 2 boys were fighting over there. Then what he did, he called that 2 boys and asked them their problem. What was their problem? And then when he heard, what he did, the shepherd boy, he settled their matter very wisely, and the 2 boys also were very happy. So whenever there was a quarrel between the boys or anything was there, so what they used to do? They used to come to this shepherd boy to settle the matter, and in this way this boy became very famous in solving the problem and settling the matters. And he is famous, and as he was becoming famous, people from other villages and town, they should also used to come to him to solve the matters. So at that time there was one king, that is King Bhoj, and he heard about this boy, about this shepherd boy, how this boy is settling the matter so nicely, so wisely. So he was also very eager, or he was also very curious, how this boy is settling the matter, how this boy is so wisely he is settling the matter. So what he did, he just told his courtiers to find out what is the matter. And when the courtiers, they brought the message that this boy is sitting on the pile of stones, and then he is just solving the problems. So King Bhoj, what he thought? He thought that this boy, surely the boy where he is sitting on the mount, maybe under that mount there may be a throne of Vikramaditya. So what he did, what King Bhoj thought, that he will take that, he was very curious that how he will take out that throne. So what he did, he was thinking that now he will send his workmen to dig up the ground, and now he has sent his workmen to dig up the ground. And when his men went there to dig up, when they dug the ground, what happened? They saw a beautiful treasure. And do you know what was that treasure, students? Yes, it was a beautiful throne. And along with that, 32 angels also came out, spreading their wings. And now we will see in the lesson whether King Bhoj was able to sit on that throne or not. When he sat on that throne, whether he did all the matters clearly, whether he solved the people's problem. What happened in the lesson? We will just see in the lesson. Now students, I will open the PPT, I will on the audio. You have to just listen and see what happened in the lesson. And when the audio is on, what you have to do? Yes, you have to read along with that with the correct pronunciation. And see, there are many new words also and meanings also. And you can see under the lesson, each page there is meanings. You have to go through that. And after, when you will hear the full lesson, I will explain you with each paragraph. So students, are you ready? Open your canopy book. Lesson number 4, the Throne of Judgment. Page number 31.
Unit 4, The Throne of Judgment. Adapted from The Throne of King Vikram by Raghunatha Thapa. Many years ago, the city of Ujjain was one of the most well-known cities in India. It was the capital city of King Vikramaditya, who ruled his kingdom wisely. King Vikramaditya was a strong and brave king. He was known for his skill in judging people perfectly. He never made a mistake in judgment or punished the wrong person. After he died, there were many kings who ruled over Ujjain. However, his palace and other buildings slowly became ruins. Shepherds often took their sheep and goats to graze there. But no one remembered or knew anything about King Vikramaditya. One day, a shepherd boy was sitting on a mount in a field. Two of his friends were fighting with each other. He called out to them, "Don't fight. Tell me what your quarrel is about, and I'll help you settle it." The two boys stopped fighting and went to him. He listened to their complaints and solved their problem. Both boys were happy with the solution. From that day on, the boys always went to him for help. The shepherd boy sat on the same mount and never made a mistake. Soon, people from other villages and towns got to know about the wise shepherd boy. They started bringing their problems to him and went away satisfied. After some time, King Bhoj heard about the boy. He told his courtiers, "The shepherd boy sits on the mount and solves problems. I think King Vikramaditya's throne must be built under that mount. That is why the boy does not make any mistakes." The next day, King Bhoj set his men to dig up the mount. They dug the ground and discovered the treasure, the beautiful marble throne. 32 stone angels with their wings spread out carried the throne on their shoulders. The workmen dug it up carefully and carried it to the king's palace. King Bhoj was happy and excited. "What a beautiful throne! I shall sit on it, pass judgment and never make a mistake," he thought happily. King Bhoj fasted and prayed for 3 days. On the 4th day, he was ready to sit on the throne. When he touched it, one of the stone angels came alive and said, "O king, stop! Do you think you are worthy to sit on King Vikramaditya's throne of judgment? Have you never wanted to rule over other kingdoms?" King Bhoj thought for a while and answered sadly, "No, I am not worthy." "Fast and pray for another 3 days then," said the angel, and flew away. 90 days passed like this until only one angel was left. The king thought this angel would allow him to sit on the throne, but the angel asked him, "O king, is your heart pure like the heart of the shepherd boy who sat on the mount? Only if it is, will you be worthy to sit on the throne." The king thought for some time and answered truthfully, "No, it is not." The angel heard the king's reply and flew away carrying the marble throne on his head.
So, students, now you have heard the full lesson and you got the idea whether King Bhoj sat on that throne or not, and why did he did not sat on that throne. Yes, we will see in the lesson. Now students, again I will read the paragraph wise and I will explain you what is there in the lesson in detail. So ready students? Okay, students, when I will read and I will explain you, you have to keep your fingers wherever I am explaining. So ready? So lesson number 4, the throne of judgment. Many years ago, the city of Ujjain was one of the most well-known cities in India. It was the capital city of King Vikramaditya, who ruled his kingdom wisely. King Vikramaditya was a strong and brave king. He was known for his skill in judging people perfectly. He never made a mistake in judgment or punished the wrong person. So, what is the introduction over here? That before many years ago, there was one city, that is city of Ujjain, and it was very well known city in the India, and it was the capital city of King Vikramaditya. Now this King Vikramaditya, who ruled the kingdom very wisely. How he was? He was strong and brave king. Yes or no? Okay. And not only strong and brave king, but he was well known for his skill. He was having a good skill in judging people perfectly. Means he never made a mistake in judgment. See, if any people were having problems, so they used to come over to King Vikramaditya, and that time he used to judge the people, and that time he never made a mistake, and whoever was wrong, so he used to punish the wrong person. So understood student what was the introduction of King Vikramaditya? Yes. Now we will move on forward. Now after he died, there were many kings who ruled over Ujjain. So after Vikramaditya, there came many kings came over there to rule that Ujjain. However, his palace and other buildings slowly became ruins. Whatever palace were over there where King Vikramaditya used to stay, and all the other buildings, what happened? It slowly become ruins. Ruins means what? What? The part of the building that remained after it has been destroyed or damaged. Means the full building or palace was not damaged. We can say that only a part was damaged. So what happened? That place became like a place where the shepherd used to take their sheep and goats to graze there. So shepherds often took their sheep and goats to graze, means to eat the grass that is growing in that place. But no one remembered or knew anything about King Vikramaditya. See, as the time passed, people what they do? They forget the person. Yes or no? Only we can remember their character. So here also we can say that King Vikramaditya was forgotten by all the people. Now, as we can see here, the shepherd persons, they are coming over there to graze the cows, sheep over there, goats. So what happened? One day, a shepherd boy was sitting on a mount in a field. Now, can you see a shepherd boy? Yes, this is a shepherd boy, and this is a mound. Now, what is mound? Mound is nothing but a large pile of earth or the stones. Can you see over here? Yes. So what you can see in the picture? That boy is sitting on that mount. Now two of his friends. Can you see here these two of his friends? Yes. What happened? These two of his friends were fighting with each other. He called out to them, "Don't fight. Tell me what your quarrel is about and I will help you to settle it." Then as he was sitting on this mount, he saw that these two boys were fighting. So what he did? He called his two friends and asked them, "What is your problem? You don't fight. What you do? You just tell me what is your quarrel about and I will help you to settle that." Now what do you mean by quarrel? Quarrel means nothing, an angry argument. Maybe there is some discussion or angry argument has happened between these two and there was a quarrel between these two, and the shepherd boy saw that and he called these two boys in front of him. Now the two boys stopped fighting and went to him. They stopped fighting and they came to the shepherd boy. He listened to their complaints and solved their problem. Both boys were happy with the solution. Now students, what happened over here? The shepherd boy, he listened to these two boys and what he did? He solved their problem and these two boys were also happy with the solution. Now what do you mean by complaints? So answer, you can see complaint is nothing is if you have anything, what do you say, if anything wrong is there about each other, we can say complaint, and he solved their problem and there was a solution, means they got the solution of their problem. Now afterwards what happened? From that day on, the boys always went to him for help. Or means wherever here any of the boys were there, and if there was any quarrel, if there was any problem, what they used to do? They used to come to this shepherd boy for help. And like this, the shepherd boy became very famous. The shepherd boy, what he used to do? He used to sat on the same mount and never made a mistake. Soon people from other villages and towns got to know about the wise shepherd boy. Now not only that village people or that boys from that village came to know about the shepherd boy, but the people from other villages and towns, they also came to know about this wise shepherd boy. So what they did? From other villages, they started bringing their problems to him and he used to settle their problems and they used to go away satisfied. So understood students till here what happened? Yes, till here that the shepherd boy used to solve everyone's problem in a very wise way. Now what happened? That after some time, there was one king over there that time. So now you can imagine what may be the situation of King Bhoj. Instead of going to the kings, the people were going to that boy. So he got irritated, he got very angry. So what he did? After some time the King Bhoj heard about the boy and he told his courtiers, "The shepherd boy sits on the mount and solves problems. I think King Vikramaditya's throne must be buried under that mount. That is why the boy does not make any mistake." Now when King Bhoj heard about the boy, what he did? He told his courtiers. Now who is courtiers? People who are part of the court of a king. And what he told? That surely the shepherd boy sits on the mount and solves. The courtiers are telling that the shepherd boy is sitting on the mount and solving the problem. When he heard this, when King Bhoj heard this, then he imagined that surely there may be King Vikramaditya's throne buried under the mount. Means here mount is there, okay. So he is thinking that under here, buried here, what is there? King Vikramaditya's throne, because King Vikramaditya was having that character of solving the problem very wisely, and the same character this boy was having. So this King Bhoj, what he did? He just imagined that surely there is throne. Okay, so what he did, and so the boy is not making mistakes at all. Now we will see what happened. The next day, King Bhoj sent his men to dig up the mount. Now this King Bhoj, he was very eager to see how this boy is solving the problem. What is the main reason? So what he did? He sent some of his men to dig up the mound. Dig up means to take out the mud, or just you have to see what is there inside the mound. So they dug the ground and discovered the treasure. So what they did? According to the king's king order, the men, what they did? They went to their place, they dug the ground and discovered the treasure. Now what is treasure? Something valuable or riches. And what was that treasure, students? Yes, it was beautiful marble throne. Now what is marble? A kind of hard stone, usually white with many colored lines in it, which is polished and used in building and to make statues. So you can see the marble. If we will see at our home also, marble tiles are there. So that type of we can say that is marble. And along with that beautiful marble throne, what came outside? Yes, 32 stone angels. With their wings, they spread out. They carried the throne on their shoulders. What happened over here? That they were unable to take that throne. Who took that throne? 32 stone angels. They spread their wings. They carried the throne on their shoulders. Now we will see what happened. Now the workmen dug it up carefully and carried it to the king's palace. What they did? They dug it carefully and they carried it to the king's palace. King Bhoj was very happy and excited, and he saw what a beautiful throne. I shall sit on it, pass judgment and never make a mistake, he thought happily. Now what happened over here? The workmen, they took the throne to the king's palace, and when King Bhoj, he saw, what I was imagining, that there may be a throne, and really it was a beautiful throne, and he was happy that now I will sit on that throne, I will pass judgment and I will never make a mistake, and thus he can also become famous like King Vikramaditya. So it happened, or what? We'll see next. He was able to sit on that throne or not? We will see what happened. So now King Bhoj, what he did? Before sitting on that throne, what he did? He fasted and prayed for 3 days. What he did? Fasted means to, you can see over here, meaning is there. Fasted means did not eat anything for a period of time due to some religious reasons. So we can see that he was having fasting for 3 days, and on the 4th day, now what he thought? Now I am ready and now I can sit on that throne. So on the 4th day, he was ready to sit on the throne. But when he touched it, what happened? One of the stone angels came alive and said, "Oh king, stop. Do you think you are worthy to sit on King Vikramaditya's throne of judgment? Have you never wanted to rule over other kingdoms?" Now, when King Vikramaditya was ready to sit on the throne, and when he touched that throne, what happened? One of the stone, how many stone angels was there? 32 stone angels was there. So in that, only one stone angel came alive, and he told to King Bhoj, "Oh king, you stop. And do you think you are worthy?" Worthy means, do you deserve to sit on that King Vikramaditya's throne of judgment, and you don't want to rule over other kingdoms? Like this, one of the stone angel, he is questioning to King Bhoj. So what happened? King Bhoj thought for a while and answered slowly. He came to know that really is not worthy, and then he is telling, "No, I am not worthy." He accepted that very truly that he is not worthy to sit on the throne. Then what he did? He again fasted. Fast and pray for another 3 days. Then said the angel and flew away. Then what he did? Again he fasted. Then again the second angel came alive, and again the same question came to him. Like this, 90 days passed, and he was just doing fasting, and he was about to sit, and he was getting the same question. Then at last what happened? 90 days passed like this until only one angel was left. How many angel was left now? Only one angel. And now he thought that at last this last angel would allow him to sit on the throne. But the same question came to him. See, the king thought his angel would allow him to sit on the throne. But the angel asked him, "O king, is your heart pure like the heart of the shepherd boy who sat on the mount?" Now here the last angel is asking, "O king, whether your heart is pure like the heart of the shepherd boy who sat on the mount?" And then here also he is telling, "No, only if your heart is pure like that boy, then only you will be worthy to sit on that throne." Then again the king thought for some time and answered truthfully, "No, it is not." So the angel heard the king's reply and flew away, carrying the marble throne on his head. So here we can see, students, so in order to sit on this throne, we should be very true to ourselves. We should be pure. Yes or no? Because we have to do the judgment, or we have to solve the problems of people. So before that we should be very careful. So here we can see in this lesson that at last King Bhoj, even though he was not good, but truthfully he accepted that he don't deserve to sit on that throne, and at last we can see that he was unable to sit on the throne. So it takes a lot of courage to tell the truth, but if we accept something that we have not done, we will not be happy. So students, what we have learned in this lesson? Yes, we have learned that we should always be true to ourselves. Yes, and whatever we don't deserve, we should not take that. For example, I'll ask you, if in a class your English teacher gives you answer paper, okay, so in that answer paper, if you will see that one of your answer is wrong and your teacher has given you marks, so what you will do, students, over there? Will you take that marks, or you will go to your teacher and tell, "Teacher, I don't deserve this mark, please cut my marks"? Yes, you will go to teacher. So it takes a lot of courage to tell the truth. So students, what we have learned from this lesson, that we should always be true to ourselves. In our first story also we saw that how woodcutter was true to that fairy, and here also we can see that how King Bhoj was also very eager to sit on the throne only in order to become famous. But what he did he told that, "No, I am true, I am pure in heart"? No, he accepted that he don't deserve that throne. So students, we should always be true to ourselves. Hope so you have understood this lesson. So students, what you will do now? Yes, you will read the full lesson. Again you will read once and you will go through all the new words and the meanings whichever is given under the page, and whatever you have not understood, you can ask me in the Google Meet. Hope so you have understood everything very clearly, and these moral which we have learned you will apply in your life. Thank you. Have a good day.